We are celebrating a drumroll moment here at Pathways Academy of Life and Pathways Country Yoga Retreat. We've had our very first student graduate our online 80-hour Yoga Nidra Teachers Training course, and this is such a special occasion. This woman is a powerhouse. Not only is she a mental health practitioner, but she is finishing her honours while she was doing this course. She also helps in a rural community where she counsels people that are facing challenges of depression, of suicide, and where she also coaches young people that are coming out of their studies for psychology. She just does so much, and she still found the time to put in her 80 hours. So this is what she's got to say.
Namaste. I hope that this video finds you in peace, and if not, I am spreading love and light to you. As my yoga teacher Jennifer Fitzsimmons always say, that whenever the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I hope that when you watch this video, it is a sign that you are ready to follow this journey through healing. My name is Chantel Muchaya, and I've just recently completed my 80-hour online yoga teacher training, Yoga Nidra teacher training to be exact. And I am excited because now I am qualified not only to use Yoga Nidra or the techniques of Yoga Nidra within my own personal life, but to also empower others. And the best thing about it was that I learned these skills online, and they're offered to me for a very reasonable price through Pathways Academy of Life. It has been an amazing adventure that not only has healed my inner childhood, but also empowered me to be able to assist others. So before the Yoga Nidra teacher training, I understood yoga mainly through the lens of my work as a registered, wellness counselor and a mental health practitioner. So mostly with the work that I do in mental health, working in rural communities, just supporting people that are battling depression, suicide ideation. I just understood yoga more of, how can I say this, as just exercises where you are stretching your body and breath work, and that was it, right? And I've been practicing for the past 5 years, and all I understood regarding yoga was just, it's an exercise where you get to stretch your body. It is healthy. It helps you with your physical well-being, and also, with your breathing exercises, especially if you're someone who really battles with anxiety. And that was all that I thought of, right? And guess what? Everything completely changed when I went on this course. Right now, after this course, my understanding shifted completely. I now see yoga as an ancient scientific techniques designed to silence the mind from programmed thoughts so that we can live in peace regardless of what is happening in the world around us. And to think of it, there's just so much things happening around our world, right? Be it negative things that's happening globally within our diverse communities or societies, and there's also negative things that's happening within ourselves. There's childhood traumas, the list goes on. So yoga helps us to find ways to silence our mind and be able, to live our life with purpose. And as my yoga learned through my journey during training for the Yoga Nidra online teacher training at Pathways Academy of Life, was that yoga indeed is the journey of self-realization, right? As the amazing Jennifer Fitzsimmons always says, she always says that the purpose of yoga is self-realization, the journey of self through the self to the self. And this was really shown to me, during my practice, and I'm really grateful that I was able to go through that. I learned that through disciplined practices, we experience different techniques until we find what works for us, right? And true yoga is achieved in the implementation, not just the knowledge. So yes, during the training, you will be provided with training material. You'll be provided with a booklet that has all those different techniques and definitions, and it actually gives you history of where it all started, where Yoga Nidra all started. So the theory that was covered was amazing, right? And it's easy for you to go through it. I have a busy schedule. I work in rural communities. I run support groups. I provide counseling services. I run mentorship programs for psychology graduates. I do so much, right? But I still had time to conduct the training online at my own pace. There was no pressure at all. And also watch the online videos. Oh, the line videos are amazing, and you can easily access them through YouTube. So she'll send you a link that you can just easily click, and you can access it on YouTube. And for someone like myself who loves traveling, the best thing about it is that it doesn't matter where you are. As long as you've got network connection, you can easily access the training material online. You can easily access the YouTube videos. You can always get hold of Jennifer Fitzsimmons whenever you need support, right? You can always reach out to her via WhatsApp, via email, and she will gladly get back to you. I remember I was feeling overwhelmed through one of the exercises, right? And I felt I was crying whilst I was just listening to a Yoga Nidra reading that I was listening to as part of the training, and I found myself breaking down, and I was just crying. I just started crying, and through breaking down and crying, I felt much lighter. But I didn't understand why I was crying, right? There's nothing said that I was hurt, but it turned out there was something within me that was triggered and that needed to be released. And through that, I felt much lighter. So if you find yourself crying, it's okay. You're not alone in that. I found myself going through something similar as well. What else can I share with you? Oh, the journey has just been amazing. And as I said, with the journey of it being the journey of the self, what is important is for you to realize that there's no one size fits all, and that each person is unique physically, mentally, and emotionally, and with our own path of self-realization. So just be gentle with yourself as you go through the training, and don't be embarrassed to ask questions. If you're struggling with a certain pose, just reach out to her. I know I struggled a bit quite often, and I would reach out to her and would schedule a session, a meeting, and should show me, and I have to do it myself. So yeah, don't be shy to reach out if you need any additional support. She would definitely give it to you. And also it's important that you realize that with Yoga Nidra, it's not only about, again, the poses, the techniques. It also has to do with how you eat. You need to also consider starting eating well, exercising, processing your emotions, and how you engage with the world at large, right? Because we're children of light. She always says that. She always says that we are light. We're children of light. And because we are children of light, we need to live by example. So how we engage with the world at large is very, very important. And that has just been how yoga has really been helpful, I guess, in my own personal life. But with my clients, I can definitely see the difference. So you're not only with the Yoga Nidra online teacher training, you're not only empowering yourself, but you're empowering others, and you're also empowering yourself so that you are also able to obtain an additional income from that, right? So now, on top of all the other services that I've already mentioned that I'm offering to my clients, on top of that, now I can also offer Yoga Nidra, as a form of, healing, and not only as a form of healing for them, but it also brings me some form of income. And not only can I teach children, but adults as well, right? So you're fully equipped to be able to support others at large. So if you're considering reaching out to Jennifer for the Yoga Nidra online teacher training, go for it. You're investing in yourself, and that's the best investment you can ever do. As I said, she is very supportive. There are resources that's available. It is manageable. If you're slightly feeling overwhelmed, let her know. Reach out to her. And for anyone that wants, to just get a bit of a breather, she has currently these weekend retreats that she's currently running in KZN, and you can just start off by going to the weekend retreats. You can empower yourself, you can find healing, and what I love is that you get a holistic experience to healing, right? Find ways to get back to yourself again, putting into consideration how there's just so much that's happening in our world. She doesn't make it disappear. No, she doesn't have a waving stick and she just everything in your life is gone. No, she provides you with coping strategies that you can use to help you process your emotions. And once you're able to process your emotions, you're also able to hold space for your loved ones. You're also able to hold space for your clients. And for me, overall, it was the best investment that I've ever done, the best decision I've ever done. And from you to you, practice self-care and invest in the Yoga Nidra online teacher training. They do have in-person ones, but if you can't go to KZN for the in-person, then just rather try the online. And then once you have good capacity, you can always pop by, even if it's for the weekend retreats, and you can give it a try. All right, so from me to you, that's all for today. And feel free to reach out if you need any additional information on how the training went. But for me, I really enjoyed it. All right, bye for now.